And now, your Utah Jazz.
And let's... Well, great stuff there, D.A. Thank you. Truth is, Greg, Shea's not the only one who's surprised.
I'll admit, I didn't think he'd get to this level this fast, but there's no denying that he's a huge difference maker for this team.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got Shea. Towns is out there with Morris. Then it's Culver. And it's Walden in at the 3 spot. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And Smitty, once again, teams are switching defensively more than ever. As a side benefit, does that help defenders, you think, preserve some energy and some stamina for the game?
Yeah, I think it does, Kevin. I really think if you have the personnel to be able to switch. Some teams don't, and I think they're copycat leagues. And you see the championship-level teams switching, so you think you can. There are some teams, they just got to flat-out come out and trap, rotate, and understand, give up shots to guys that you don't shoot a high percentage and live with that, because sometimes, especially big guys, they put them on an island and it's just not fair.
Good point. Now, here's Bogdanovich after the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. No good on the triple. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's Walden missing.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And how about a look at the most recent power rankings? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. Take a look at the Rockets. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
I think Minnesota, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlook them as a top team.
Clock is at 3. Back to Kanter. Fader on the way.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Brown against Mitchell. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
And they double up Jay. Free throw line jump shot, and there it is for him. The All-Star weekend isn't too far away, and the voting has already opened up. A lot of buzz that Shea could find his way onto that All-Star team.
And there's so many players that deserve to be named an All-Star every year, and the competition can be unforgiving. With that said, though, Shea's performances speak volumes about his impact, and I think he has a strong case to make the team.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
For Minnesota, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Free throw good from Morris. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable 3-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
Jazz have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Conley scanning the floor. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And Conley, because of his quickness and wingspan, he plays bigger than his size.
And they double up Jay. Outside, Walden. Good. And it's Jay picking up the assist.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Brown jams it in.
What is this? The dunk contest? Jay putting up a 10.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. 11-point game. Here's Cantor. 14 points from him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
And good that time.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Timberwolves leading by 9. Shea with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. And they pick up 2. That's now 8 points for Shea.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
Gobert finds Conley. Now Mitchell. He's covered by Brown. Morris against Mitchell. Shoots a fader. They grab their own miss, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And a foul called on Minnesota. The Jazz shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
Now here's Brown. And he really played well against Denver. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Outside, Bogdanovich. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Conley for 3. A second chance effort. Cantor trying to free himself up. And it's finished off inside by Gobert.
Rudy wanted it more than anyone else. He's going to be around for a long time. Look forward to watching him.
Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school. 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title and then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
Evans, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Mitchell. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Inside, Cantor, an easy 2 points on the layup.
Good job by Mitchell, trusting his teammates, and in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
Brown against Evans. Shea left side. Ring shot on the way. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Now, here's Mitchell. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Cantor. And Culver pulls it down. Timberwolves leading by 10. Here's Jay. Let that one go. Just count it.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Utah's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And the foul called on Shea. That's his first foul. Evans feeling it out a bit. Takes the 13-footer.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
And again, it's Minnesota.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Now here's Evans. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Tyreek is good at playing bigger than his size. A great finisher, close to the cup.
Got a piece of it. Here's Culver. Buries it down low.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Kings. Cantor kicks to Evans. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Evans has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Got to wrap up Evans if you want to stop him from scoring. He's too strong. Love his focus.
And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Bielitsa comes in for Enes Kanter, and it's Joe Ingles in for Bogdanovich. Now, here's Mitchell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Gobert the pass to Evans. And stolen by Wiggins. One-on-one here. Here's Che. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Minnesota. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot. But it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, there's the Jazz, just way behind.
And I think for Utah, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some hope. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, and they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
They get it back. Gobert and a missed layup. Timberwolves leading by 12. Brown the pass to Reed. Good. And it's Jay picking up the assist. Brown's got his third assist on the night. Now here's Evans. 6 points for him. Doesn't go for him. Wiggins with some nice D. Brown trying to free himself up. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now here's Evans. Mitchell in the corner. 6 to shoot. The Jazz with another miss.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Here's Gobert following the bucket by the Timberwolves. He kicks to Mitchell. And he banks in the layup.
It's hard to stop Donovan Mitchell from getting to his spot. The guy has everything on the offensive end.
Stolen by Mitchell. Wiggins with some nice D.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
The shot's good. Shea's got 21.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The drive by Mitchell. And he's finally able to knock one down. Mitchell's got his second bucket tonight.
That's the result of hard work. Mitchell just gets better and better off the bounce.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect. Rebounded by the Jazz. Cantor's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. So on the floor for Minnesota, we've got Marcus Morris. Shea is out there with Culver. Then there's Towns, and it's Walden in at the 3, the small forward. Utah shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. Well, this term load management now is something you hear about, read about all the time, Steve. Do you think we'll ever see the regular season shortened by a few games?
You know, Commissioner Silver has talked about it, and it's been thrown around 75 games. I will say the NBA has done a fantastic job, along with the Players Association. There's longer off seasons. And there are also longer time throughout the All-Star games, and there's not as many back-to-backs.
Steve, revenue's climbing. We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. My goodness. Do you think coaches are due for a raise, though, Steve?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, players will get a raise, and the guys that are playing at a high level, especially for coaches, if they're winning, their numbers will go up.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Che, in the last game against the Nuggets, delivered quite a performance. He had an impressive number of points, but it was his season high in rebounds that really stood out. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
The Timberwolves may yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Free throw good for Morris.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
O'Neal inside. And the rejection by Towns.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Walden dishes to Che. That's in, coming off the assist from Axel Walden. 25 points for Che.
Heat check after heat check. Che continues to show that this is his night.
Conley finds Canner. Now O'Neal. Outside Conley to end the run. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Culver with it. He had 10 points in the win against Denver.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look
If you've been paying attention to the interactive questions, you'll notice we're giving away more 2K TV gear this episode. It's a thank you for joining us for 200 episodes, and we want to see you.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
They've got Enes Kanter. O'Neal is out there with Conley. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance. He had an impressive number of points, but it was his season high in rebounds that really stood out. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss, and he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Doris, this game always evolving. Fascinating to see the players who drive that change with their unique talents find a way to do things differently.
Well, probably 2 guys currently that have revolutionized the way the game is played. Stephen Curry, with the incredible range he has on his three-point shooting. You've got to guard him as soon as he crosses the half-court line. And honestly, if the goal would be good from the other side of the half-court, he'd probably push it to out there. And James Harden, so prolific at drawing fouls. It might be maddening to the fans of opposing teams, but James Harden has led the NBA or been at the top of the free throw attempts list for years now.
Great example. And he recovers it. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Poked loose. Stolen by Mitchell. Conley with it. Culver covering. Conley, the pass to Kanter. Over Shea. Kanter. Minnesota with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And there's no question AW is special. The versatility and confidence he has is what makes him so lethal.
And Walden drops them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Culver kicks to Brown. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Shea's got 29 in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Towns.
See, I have so much appreciation for the way Rudy Gobert plays the game. This guy takes smart shots on the offensive end. He uses that reach to perfection on the defensive end. He is a defense unto himself.
Okogie's checked in for Culver.
Interesting story about Rudy Gobert. He was an excellent student in high school, but he was getting into physical fights. So what does his mom do? Play sports, my son. Track and field, martial arts, even ping pong. What I love, though, is he has not lost that tough disposition.
Here's Mitchell. Following the basket by Shea. Outside, Bogdanovich. Here's Gobert. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Kept alive. And Bogdanovich kicks to Gobert. Back to Bogdanovich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They shoot again. And the rejection by Towns. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Up top, Brown. Covered by Conley. Shea's shot is off. And Doris, especially at that center position. You know, GMs like a player with a fighting spirit.
Rudy Gobert plays with a chip on his shoulder and a competitive spirit. A lot of 7-footers, Kevin, play the game simply because of their size. Rudy Gobert wants to be great.
A nice shot by Che.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
1:36 left in the first half. Gobert double-teamed. Outside Bogdanovich. Outside Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Looking to end his cold spell.
All effort on the rejection. Che never short on hustle. He's missed everything he's taken in this quarter, and it's making it very difficult for them to come back.
A different look for Utah. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Enes Kanter.
Unbelievable. Wow, that's a big-time dribble drive by Che. Put a little sizzle in it.
Evans against Brown. Back to Evans. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Here's Che. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. On defense, the Jazz. Shoots off the step back. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Jazz shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%. Bielitsa passes to Mitchell. Over Reed. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell in the mid-range making great use of what the defense is giving him.
Shea's shot is off.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Mitchell dishes to Evans. Gobert down low. Back to Mitchell. Another shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Minnesota on top, delivering the blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Well, Che, great start to the season for you, and there's been a lot of talk about you making it to All-Star Weekend. Is that one of your goals?
Ooh, absolutely, it's a goal of mine, man. I want to be an All-Star every season. It's a great honor. And that week-long party at the event is something you never want to miss. And you know what? Hopefully I never will.
Yeah, just make sure you got that VIP pass when you come in there. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, you look at Che in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
If he is in the area, he's going to challenge your shot. He's going to block it, alter it. He's going to have an impact.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. Culver out there with Brown. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Walden. And it's Morris in at the 4-man position. Yep, that one goes. And that's now 37 points for Che.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Fires the three. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Gobert. And it's 9 points for Conley.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And the shot goes down. 39 points for Che.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here is Mitchell. 10 points for him. Gobert finds Conley. Releases. It's not going to go for him. And Minnesota now the other way. And here's Brown outside. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, there's a willingness to mix it up on the glass, and that's a big plus for Karl Anthony Towns.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Lays it up off the glass. Conley's got 11.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, see, Marcus Morris has the physicality and the frame to be able to be a force on the offensive glass. That's nicely done.
Mitchell dishes to Conley. Gobert against Towns. Gobert the pass to Cannon. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Marcus Morris picks one up there. For Utah, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
He misses the free throw. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And they double up Che. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Passes it to Gobert. And the foul called on Che. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Boy, plenty of time left in the clock. He needs to keep his poise. That's his 4th foul now.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Cantor trying to free himself up.
Well, terrific effort by Towns. Sticks with the play and sends it back.
Shot clock at 5. And here's Conley outside. And another shot with the clock winding down.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. And the foul called on Che. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And that's going to be his 5th, guys. One more and he's done.
Williams, he's checked in for Cantor. Timberwolves also with some changes. Bielitsa, he checks in for Williams. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovich. And Tyreek Evans is subbed in for Mike Conley. Gobert dishes to Ingles. Evans outside. Now, here's Bielitsa. He's covered closely. Evans, good.
And I really enjoy watching Evans use that athleticism, especially when he's attacking. He's tough to stop.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Che. He's got 39. Stolen by Mitchell.
Really, it's about valuing the possession. It seems like he's trying to manufacture offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Evans kicks to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. 5 to shoot, and stolen by Noel. Here's Brown, and then Brown with the dunk.
Look at that. Off the dribble, Jay can play at a high level.
For Utah, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Evans finds Gobert. Here's Ingles, covered by Jay. Kicks it out to Evans. Mitchell looking it over. On the clock, the Jazz need to get off a shot here. And it's Evans missing. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Brown the pass to Reed. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Che. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Free throw, good. Che. Of course, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports, worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
Mitchell outside. Rebound, Minnesota. Here's Brown, and the dunk by Brown.
Scoring off the dribble, opening up the rest of Che's offensive game. Boy, if you're a defender, look out.
Evans against Brown. Mitchell outside. Evans with it. Brown on him. Offensive rebound. Gobert finds Bielitsa. Mitchell outside. They get it back. Gobert, and the rejection by Noel. Pass to Che. Drops in the layup for 2. Brown's got 49 points in the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Cantor checked in for Gobert. Walden, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
You simply can't afford to lose sight of Joe Ingles in open space. This guy understands how to take advantage.
Pass to Walden. Wiggins with it. Left side, Brown. Good, he hits again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know what I love about Donovan Mitchell? He is just as great off the court as he is on. This guy is engaging. He's self-aware. He is the real deal.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the strike.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
It's crazy to think that 12 teams passed on Donovan Mitchell. He has become a premier scorer in the NBA. Oh, would they love a do-over. And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
And they double up Jay. The pass to Walden. Over Ingles. The rebound by the Jazz. Cantor's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. On the wing, Ingles. Passes it to Bielitsa. 19 seconds left in the third. Evans kicks to Mitchell. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Che. Here's Walden. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Walden's got 11 points.
And that is hustle right there. Gotta respect seeing Walden go so hard on the offensive glass.
Che, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points he'll end up with when it's all said and done. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at the Jazz, Bielitsa is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Tyreke Evans. He can't get that one, and Minnesota will come the other way. And good! There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Oni. Yes, that goes in. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
Misses from short range.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
To the inside, and O'Neal gets it to go.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Brown, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Enes Kanter.
I'll tell you, off the dribble drive, Che has proven he is unafraid. Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Williams, he's checked in for the Jazz. George Niang comes in for Bielitsa. Williams, good, and the assist goes to Che. Williams has got his first points of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Oni, he's covered by Brown. Pass to Craig. From downtown, good on the triple. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Oni, and it's blocked by Brown. Here's Lehman. Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Minnesota. Good on the second free throw. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Utah. Oni. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Shooting for Utah.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
From deep, Shea. Rebounded by the Jazz. Pass to O'Neal. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Che, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Brown's got 59 points.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
The dish now to O'Neal. Poked away and stolen by Williams. Here's Brown. He got it again. Sensational.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. There's the pass to O'Neal. Here's Niang, covered by Morris. Passes to Niang. Shot clock at 6. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
You look at Mitchell, almost all the way up there in the top spot. I don't know if he'll make it to #1, but you'd have to say he's going to be a part of the contest for sure.
It's looking that way, and the contest will be a lot better off having him in it. He always puts on a show.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Craig passes to Williams. Here's Craig, knocks it loose, and stolen by Che. And here's the break. Crabb from long range, drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, Alan Crabb, a little three-point specialty. What confidence right there.
Jazz have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. O'Neal misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Che. Rebound, Utah. Here's Craig. The Jazz with another miss. And here we go. Che heading to the hoop.
Che with a monster night. You love to see such a humble guy excel.
Utah shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Outside Williams. Oni. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last trip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him, and he gets it to go. 67 points for Che.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Kicks to O'Neal. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Friday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Wednesday, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks coming into town.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. Have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Here's Craig. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Third team foul. At the line for your Jazz.
First free throw is good. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansion cities?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there. You're correct. Oni. It's hauled in by Brown. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pushing it up. Here's Lehman. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Jake Lehman. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Utah shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Oni. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now, but when you look in your crystal ball,
2 shots.
Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive. Glass. Does that continue?
Second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
Here's Brown. Good. That's another bucket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Pass to O'Neal. Here's Niang. Back to O'Neal. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. O'Neal's got 6 here in this quarter.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score.
Peyton with the ball, and so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
That'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.